Do you find it difficult to try new things? It's common that autistic people like to find a good solution that works for them. I know I do. And then I end up sticking with it and not wanting to try new things. So today I want to share an insight into some of the challenges that particular aspect of the autistic life can bring, and a couple of things that we can do about it. Hi everyone, Paul Micallef here from Autism from the Inside. I make weekly videos sharing the human side of autism, so make sure you hit subscribe to get the latest content. So I don't know about you, but when I find something that really works for me, that I feel is a really good fit for me personally, I tend to stick with that habit or routine or product or preference all the time, because I know that it's going to work and I don't know necessarily that any other solution is going to work. So when I find a good fit, what happens is that I end up losing quite a few things. And this essentially comes from a reluctance to try new things. Trying new things costs me a lot of energy. Trying new things feels like it has a fairly low chance of being successful. If I've already found something that works, why would I try and look for something else? But unfortunately, this can have some negative consequences. I mean, firstly, if I'm reluctant to try new things, I'm also going to be more willing to accept a poor solution and say, yeah, look, this doesn't quite fit, but it's close enough. I'm also likely to stop looking for new solutions once I've found something that's good or close enough, which means that I'm not going to find a better solution in the future. And even if I have found a really good solution, if I stop looking, then eventually my solution isn't gonna work anymore. And even if I find a good solution, then eventually that solution is going to need a replacement. And if I'm not used to looking for things, then by the time it comes to replacing it, I'm not going to know how to do that. So a really good example of what I'm talking about is my favorite earplugs. I take these basically everywhere. I can put them in whenever I want. I can go to a cafe or a bar or a shopping center or whatever. They can just hang around my neck. I've worn these into Parliament House in Canberra, and like I can wear them with a suit. I can wear them casually. They just hang around my neck. They look fine. They're fairly, socially appropriate. Not many people ask questions. And if any time I need earplugs, bloop, perfect. I can put them in. I can still hear everyone around me. I can bop my head and people think I'm listening to music. It's fantastic. So this is a good example of a really, really good solution that I found. But this solution is not going to last me forever. If I look at this, like it's coming apart, it's slowly breaking, eventually this solution is not going to be something that I can keep forever. So what happens when my perfect solution that I really love isn't there anymore? Suddenly, I'm left with absolutely nothing because I didn't try new things. I didn't keep looking for a new solution, for alternatives, while I had my perfect solution that I was really fond of. So to try and overcome that for myself, I've started looking, even before these ones become completely unserviceable, I've started looking for other earplugs, and I found these ones. They're a little bit different. If I put them in, they're a lot more discreet. You can hardly see them. And actually, they're pretty good. And what that means is that because I started looking and started trying new things before I absolutely have to, then by the time these ones completely cark it, as my dad used to say, then I'll have an alternative and I won't be left with absolutely nothing. So the trick here is that there is a real truth that we've cottoned on to that we need to acknowledge, which is trying new things costs a lot of energy. Trying new things is likely to lead to a negative or at least not a positive experience. And that's because what I need, the kind of solution that works for me, is not going to work for most other people. So another good example is around food, right? If you are very sensitive and selective about what kind of food sort of agrees with you or not, then just going to a random restaurant and trying something completely new is unlikely to be a positive experience. However, if we never try something new, then we'll never expand that bubble of what I know is actually going to work for me. So a way that I like to think about this is in terms of research. We don't know the answer to a research question until we try. What happens when I put this with this and, oh, that didn't work? What happens when I try it this other way? Just like research and development and science and other things like that, every time we try a new thing and it isn't amazing, that's actually new evidence, new data that we can use to say, well, this didn't work and this didn't work and this didn't work and this didn't work, but eventually I'm going to find something that does work. Now, what that means is I need to be comfortable with the process. I need to know that I have a 1% chance of trying something new and it actually being a good fit, which means when I try something new and it's not a good fit, that's part of the plan. I'm supposed to try 99 random things and maybe one of them will be a good fit for me and the rest will predictably be not all that fantastic. So every time I get a wrong answer or something that's not a good fit, that's still part of the process. I remember a couple of years ago, I wanted to try and help myself get over a sensitivity to rejection. And so I literally wrote, "I am buoyant" on my whiteboard. And what I meant by that is the kind of sales not tactic, but quality of a salesperson. Like imagine you're knocking on doors and you knock on 100 doors and one person even speaks to you. And then of 10 people that speak to you, maybe one person actually, you make a sale, one in 10. So that's like 1,000 people that you need to speak to before you get any type of success. And people have jobs like this and they're fine with that. And they know that rejection is part of the process. So what if I accepted that trying new things and having a not particularly good result is part of the process? And I know that it costs me energy, and I know that I shouldn't try new things when I'm not feeling well, when I'm feeling too stressed or feeling too overwhelmed. But when I have some energy, I need to invest some of the energy that I have into looking around for new solutions. I also hit this problem with clothes as well. I tend to buy clothes and say, fantastic, I have a hoodie. I don't need another hoodie. And that is fantastic until eventually the solution I've got wears out and I need a new solution. And then I think, I don't know how to find myself another one of these. And then I go and try and find the exact same one. And fashion means that it's not there anymore, or the shop that I bought it from is closed down, or some other kind of thing that's completely out of my control. And because I'm not used to buying clothes for myself, because I only do it once every couple of years, I don't know where to look for these things, which makes it even harder to suddenly need to find a positive solution in a very short space of time. And that's really stressful. So what I can do instead is expand that space of time. And even though I've got a really nice thing that I like to wear at the moment, I can still keep my eye out and every once in a while sacrifice, invest, use up a little bit of my energy on a gamble that is probably not going to work out, but it will eventually work out. With statistically, if I try enough new things, I'm gonna find another really good fit. So I guess the message here is that we need to try new things. even if we've got a solution that works, we need to try new things, especially if we've got a solution that doesn't quite work, but it's kind of good enough, I guess, and trying new things is hard, so I don't want to do it. I need to keep investing a little bit of energy into research, into improvement. The same is true in organizations. I used to be an engineer, and I would be constantly telling my managers, employers to listen to best practice, which is invest a percentage of your time and resources into continual improvement. How much should you invest? Obviously not 100%, obviously not 0%. There needs to be some kind of investment and gambling of a small amount that we can afford to lose to hopefully get something better at a later date through a means that we have not come to terms with yet, that we don't know where it's going to come from. So I'm going to try something, and anyway, I think you get the idea, and I'm losing my words a bit, so I should probably finish up. Dating is another really good example. I can't just save up all of my energy for the one person that is going to be my perfect match. I need to try meeting a lot of different people because I don't know which one is going to be my perfect match. Anyway, so in summary, it's hard to find a good fit when your needs are a little bit different to the majority of the population. But at the same time, it's really important that we keep looking for improvement, looking for better solutions, looking to try new things and expand our comfort zone, if that makes sense. And the balance acknowledges both of those facts. It acknowledges that there is a fairly low success rate, and I'm probably going to have to try a lot of things before I find the one or two things that actually work for me. So I might leave it there, I think. This is a message that has significantly improved my life because it reduces the amount of times where I suddenly desperately need something because the one thing that I've been relying on has suddenly broken and now I've got absolutely nothing left, or the one relationship that I've been relying on is suddenly broken and I've got nothing left because I didn't invest in my social network. That's another similar situation. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you found this valuable, and I will see you again next week. Bye.